Hey guys, welcome to the adventures and welcome to our micro tiny house. Well, that's what we call our truck anyways. So we aren't going to completely set it up like our other house that we had the couch and the hot water with the sink and the, all the stuff that you have at home, because we don't plan on being in here for an extended amount of time. And not only that, but this space is so much smaller. So we are in a Kenworth T680 and the truck is so much smaller and there's not as many amenities. So let's start on the side. You'll notice right away there's no doors, but that's okay because we would have taken the door off anyways, because it opens this way and it's so bulky that you can't have the seat hardly back at all to be able to open the door, because it puts too much pressure on the hinges. And so I guarantee you it's probably just going to break that door anyways. So we don't mind, and we also don't like the banging, and it's just hard to try to open the door and be in this small space. So this is where we keep my hats up here. We got Willow's food on this little side package here, and then we have the skillet stacked with the dish pan, and the dish pan has a whole bunch of stuff in it, so it's collapsible. But we store our plates, our bowls, silverware, all of those things. So everything's in like trays, so it's pretty easy to unpack in like 30 seconds. It's not how we'd love to have everything stored, but it makes the most practical sense. And for those of you who are wondering, no, it is never slidden out of this spot. No, it has not bumped out. No, it doesn't make a ton of noise. We package everything so there's no like wiggling and jiggling and banging around. So like there's a towel inside this cup with the dish soap in there so it can't bounce around. So look, I'm wrong. It did fall out only because I had that pulled down. So our UV gloves are there. So everything just stays right there and in place. Now below, it kind of feels like there's a ton of wasted space right here, but it is what it is. So we have these different containers in place that have our spices and seasonings, and it still makes it really easy to pick up. And so I can take any of them out and it makes it easy. So we already have this organization system in the other truck, and they all just stay in place. Again, no jiggling. So this is where I had to get a little bit creative. There was a bottom shelf in here and there wasn't much room for our pantry, and so I kind of had to be a bit creative. So we have some bread flour in here that's gluten-free, because I'm trying desperately to learn how to make gluten-free bread. It's been like a month. I still haven't been able to make a loaf, but I did make some homemade, homemade Hot Pocket. It's a pepperoni roll. So Scott was like, well, why don't you try that? And that turned out
num num
fabulous. Yeah, num num. Scott loves it. Anyways, back to the pantry. That's why I got that in there, and I got some other things. And so I got these plastic totes. They fit right on that shelf. So they are 2 deep. Oh, these are our TDC quizzes. We talked about that last week, our competition. But you see all of these things. So this is where we keep our dried goods. We keep extra things like rice, tuna, chicken, things like that. Because if we break down and we don't have power, this girl is not going hungry. Like, I can promise you that. So that is how we did our pantry. And then we also didn't have a ton of space to store our big water containers. Now we think they could fit under there, but we just feel like it's going to be like a lot to deal with. So we've just switched over to back to the old system where we started our humble beginning at. So we bring 6-gallon water jugs. So there's 6 of those back there. There are 3 half containers of Dr. Pepper, so it's a case and a half. That's a week's worth. And now back to our humble dishwashing system. This is a giant large jug that we've had for, I don't know, like probably 10 years, like the whole time we've been out here. We normally we paused from the system, but I didn't want to throw it away because I was like, what happens if we have to do jump seat and our seat breaks down? Well, our truck breaks down, we're going to have to go back to this. And we have many times. So we just keep this stored in our garage. But it has a little push button, and this thing is so durable, but the push button allows it to have a little pressure behind the water, and that's how we do the dishes. I just hold it up like this and spray it over top of the dishes. I'll have to make another video because it's been some time since we've used this system like regularly, but we're back to this system. And it allows everything to sit in there. There's a bracket on the bottom, and it keeps everything in place. So that's how we did the water system this time. Down below, I'm gonna put extra bedding in there. I need to get it down there, just haven't had time. Y'all see the magic step? We're gonna come back to that. So working around, I have this tote bag that's back here. it fits at the end of the bed, and this actually fits in there perfectly. This is where we put all of our clean laundry, and so it makes it really easy. It just stays down there at the end of the bed. We have a coat hook that we hung to the top of the cabinet, and that is for our jackets to hang there. We always keep coats in the truck because of rain and things like that. We do drive in a rainier kind of climate and whatnot, and so raincoat is essential because when it rains, it pours. Like, it is monsoon outside and you need to be able to stay dry. All right, our bed, we kind of went over the bed. There is curtains that drop down and make it a darker and a better space. It is adjustable. We have the Froley system, the extra pillows, so we can sleep elevated, all of that. And one of the biggest things that I love about this truck is there are no windows. There's just little vent holes. It makes it so dark when you put that second curtain down. It is fabulous for sleeping. And then Scott put up our puck lights. And so let me get little one to scooch over. She got a bath. Look how adorable she is. You know, look at the hair. The girl with hair. Yeah. She is a doll. All right, so you put the extra lights in. They're motion censored. They're just stuck up there with double-sided stick tape. Okay, so then we started at the top. This has just enough space that we can keep our compostable toilet up there. So that way, if we have an emergency, we can get it down and use it. Because y'all, whoever said there's not an emergency on the road, they're lying. They're totally lying. We come prepared. All right, so then again, baskets are key. And then there's also organizers that are in here. So this is where I have like my coffee, my supplements, extra medicines, because you guys know I got sick a whole bunch this past winter. So I'm still not ready to travel without the medicine, because in a snap of a finger, I can get sick. And the biggest upgrade that we have in this truck is the, I'm going to call it a full-size fridge. I know it's still a mini fridge, but this thing is, whoa, look at that. It's huge. Like, we can fit so much food. So we used to have 2 fridges for our fresh produce on top of the bed. We're not going to need that anymore, but it does mean that we don't have countertop prep station. We were able to just strap it down with a ratchet on this one, and then we took the second ratchet and ratcheted the air fryer right to it. This is the Instapot air fryer. Love it. It's like the oven all in one. And back here is my sourdough start. So it's doing its thing. So I'm going to make another Hot Pocket tomorrow. So that's why we also need our little oven, because this bad boy can make us a Hot Pocket. It's pretty good. All right. Since there is no countertop or no prep station in here, what do we do? Good question. So we've always had our handy dandy box. And so because me and Willow are short, it makes it difficult. So Scott came up with a great idea, because there was no way to mount a table, and we didn't want a pop-up table or anything like that in here. So we took our Lagoon table, and it has a base. So he put the mount right on the side of the box, and then right behind the curtain, which we use the curtain as the buffer and the seat to push it back. That way it doesn't make any noise. And this shows you how tiny this was. If you guys remember this in our international, there was like a ton of extra space. Like, this thing could go over the couch, it could swivel all around, and now it just barely fits in here. So, ta-da, there is like a 1/2 inch and no space over here. So it does move around. It has just enough space. So when I'm cooking, I put it over here like this. I set all of the food out. So it honestly is like the biggest pain in the butt. I'm not gonna lie, we're still like getting used to it, but I have to get everything out of the fridge, the dish pan, the dishwater, everything sets out. So I put the dishwater on the box, put the dish or water container back here, so that way if I need to wash my hands when I'm cooking, I can just bend over, get to that. All of the food that I'm cooking right here. If I need to get to any of those spices, then I have to set them right here and have my drying towels and everything ready. And then I have to have everything right here. I plate it up, set one plate here, one plate here. Scott takes a skillet, sets it on the floorboard of the driver's seat, comes and joins me, and then we rotate it like this. And then I have to be standing on the other side to do the dishes. It is definitely a process, and it has taken us about 20,000 miles to get this settled. We're still not happy with the flow and the routine completely, because like I said, it's just a lot of moving parts. And when you're running teams, we do about 5,000 miles in 5 days. It takes a lot of time. We don't have extra time to be figuring out all of these things, or trial runs or whatnot. And so it's just going with the flow. And I don't know if you guys knew, but it's spring break season. Spring break is still not over. There has been a ton of traffic, and the highway has been shut down every day for like 2 weeks now. So we are running behind schedule constantly every day. And so we're just making the best of it. But this is what we've come up so far. So I don't know. Tell us. Do you like the setup so far? What do you guys have in your truck? We would love to know, how do you make your truck into a home? For us, it's really, really important to eat in the truck because not only is it saving time, it's saving a ton of money, and it's improving our health. But what do you guys do? What's important to you to make your truck into a home? All right, guys, you stay safe and enjoy the adventures. Bye.